Hello and welcome along to another episode of this Cricket 19 career with me, Daniel. It's episode 12 and today we're back with the bat again as we continue our first game of season 2, hoping to impress enough for our club cricket side to get a call up for county selection. We're trying to impress Yorkshire and our future England captain Joe Root, so hopefully they'll be watching today and will be impressed with what they see. Those of you that watched the last episode where we started this season and this match, you'll know exactly what we're going to be up against today. So for those of you that aren't up to date with episode 11, do go back and catch up with it before you get any spoilers from the scorecard, which we'll be taking a look at in a moment. So ultimately, as we've said on many occasions, we're aiming to emulate Alistair Cook. We want to be the opening left-handed batsman for England. We want to captain them one day as well, but we've got a long way to go if we want to achieve that, as we've got to find consistency at the lower levels. But today we've got a bit of a test for that. If we go and have a look at the scorecard, we're currently coming in for our second innings. We've yet to face the first ball of it, so hopefully we'll be able to survive that at the very least. But if we go and have a look at the match scorecard, it's not very good reading for us at the moment. Leeds trail by over 450 runs. Despite our second best knock in the first innings, it was only 28 as our lead side collapsed after the top 3 or 4 batsmen. And as you can see from the top of the screen, we are into the final day of this 3-day match, but it's only 10:45 in the morning. There's not been many overs faced today at all, so we've got to see out a long day with the bat if we want to help our side to stay in this. We want to get them a draw if nothing else, and even that's going to be difficult, because if we stay in all day, what's to say our partners won't all get themselves out? It's happened many times before within a day, so we've got to try our best to be consistent and hog as much of the strike as possible. So we'll get back into it in a moment to have a look at the first ball of the innings, but a massive thank you to everyone that continues to support the series. I really do appreciate it. If you're new to the channel, then please do put a thumbs up on the video and subscribe to the channel for 3 episodes a week from this series, as well as our daily FM19 content. But a massive thank you to everyone that's been supporting this and the Ashes Test playthrough we did beforehand. I really have been blown away by the support and can't thank you enough for giving it a try. But let's go and get back into the first ball of the day. We'll be back in a moment to see if we can survive it. We might not be at our attacking best today, but we've got to be gritty and perform like Alistair Cook. Okay then, first ball of the day, it's the right arm seamer coming over the wicket. It's on the line, so we just managed to get it away for a single. Our favourite shot, of course. You'll probably see quite a few of them today, as we're not going to be at our most expansive. We'll try and skip through a lot of the leaves, as we're determined not to be tempted by a short ball. Those of you that are up to date with the last episode will know why I'm so importantly saying that, and we'll try not to tickle anything outside off stump. We've really got to be disciplined today. Crompton sees out the first over. He doesn't score a run, and if this isn't on leg stump, we're just not going to play it. So plenty of leaves like that will happen throughout the day, but I won't bore you with most of them on camera. We'll come back for the most exciting moments, or at the very least the run scoring moments from the innings. Third ball of the over for Vessels. We've just been leaving them outside off stump. This one's a short ball, so we do the same thing. We're not being tempted by that one. Halfway through the over and Vessels has opened up the leg side now, so I'm hoping he'll bowl something a little narrower, and he's gone all the way for 4 as it beats the wicket keeper too. And it's really annoying because in the first innings, if we'd done that to the ball we got out from, it probably would have been the same result. Final ball for Vessels then, let's see what we can do with it. Will his line drift a bit? It does. We tried to flick at it and again we're losing discipline, but with 2 overs gone it's 5 without loss, even though the bowler added 4 of those for us. 2 balls into the 4th over and we're back as we continue to defend from the left arm seamer. He's gone for the short ball, but this is straight at the stumps. I'm a little bit concerned now as his last one just literally missed the stumps by an inch over the top, so the short ball's not really bouncing too much, and as a result we've got to be quite defensive. But when they're outside off stump we can leave them like that. We're certainly not going to play an attacking stroke. It's good to see at the other end that Crompton's got the same idea. Just 1 pull shot for 4 in the last over, otherwise it was 5 dot balls. Again we're just defending that one. We're in no rush to get off the mark in this over. We'll happily just see off the new ball. It is good to see that we can concentrate in this innings. It's something that I am probably going to get quite annoyed by at the end. The fact that we're able to do well when we focus on each ball, but of course the best players do that all the time. The likes of Alistair Cook in recent years gone by, and probably the likes of Virat Kohli these days. But we're into the 5th over, half of it gone, and Crompton's got a few more runs on the board. This one's inside towards the leg stump, so we're able to get it away for a single. While myself and Crompton are here, we'll rotate the strike as normal, but if we get 2 or 3 wickets down, I probably will start to hog the strike at that point. But let's just carry on with the innings. Hopefully we'll be able to add a few more runs, so we're not going at too slow a rate. His Vessel's back into the attack and he's opened up the leg side field, but again it's a short ball and it's outside off stump. We're not willing to take those risks. As I said, I'm not going to make you sit through all of the left deliveries, so we'll come back when we're able to score some runs. 2 balls left in his third over and Vessel's yet to concede a run. Technically he's had the 4 byes as that one narrowly misses the stumps, and you can see what we mean about the short ball there. It's just not quite got the same bounce on it. He obviously had the 4 from the short ball that went to the boundary, and now they're not bouncing at all, so that's a little bit strange. We tried to flick one away there that was on leg stump, and we just got an inside edge on it, and it goes on to hit our pads. Another maiden for Vessels, and the pressure continues to build. Can we hold on for the day? We've got a long old way to go yet. 92 overs remaining, and we're back on strike as Crompton reaches double figures. Is Mildenhall a left armer over the wicket? Another one of them coming in. We could do with a few less if possible, but for now we'll just try and see off the new ball and hopefully get a few runs off the spinners. Third ball of the over for Mildenhall, and there is space to the leg side, and that's the delivery we were waiting for. We may be able to get 2 here, but we won't take a risk if it's close. We're nearly halfway back before the ball's picked up, so it is going to be a comfortable 2. We move on to 4 at long last. It's certainly taken a while to get there. 4 off 22, possibly the worst strike rate of our career, but we're still in and that's the main thing, as Mildenhall delivers again. That one's well outside off stump, so we'll go back to leaving them through to the keeper. Penultimate ball and in comes Mildenhall again. We're just waiting for that narrow delivery. That one's better and we can get that away at speed. I think it's just going to be 2 again. Is the fielder going to cut it off? He's not able to do so. Our first boundary of the innings, and we move on to 8 pretty sharpish. They're the sort of ones we can score off without any risk at all, and we've got to continue to take advantage of them while defending against the balls we shouldn't really be scoring off. The strike rate's back up to 33, so that's a little bit better than where we were. This one's miles outside off stump, so again we just leave it to finish the over. 22 for none off 7 overs. We're going at about 3 as a team. Mildenhall continues as Crompton sees out another over. Are we going to be able to do anything with this one? It's a full delivery, so it is easy to get away. I think we will just get 1 on this occasion. No, the fielder's slowing off the circle. That's really lazy fielding, to be honest. We managed to nick 2, we're not going to complain, but I would have thought that would have been cut off for a single. The red car skipper can't be happy, and before you ask it, we're not thinking about winning this game at all. 450 runs in a day is going to be nigh on impossible, particularly while we're batting like this. We're not really going for boundaries, although we may get another 2 there. Are we even going to be able to come back for 3? The fielder had gone so narrow, I'm not quite sure why. So when we flick it behind on the leg side, there's plenty of space for the fielder to have to run into. That works perfectly for us, and our scoring rate continues to increase. Crompton sees out the rest of the over and we're back to face the right-hander now. He's coming over the wicket, but it's a short ball outside leg stump, and as much as I'd love to play at those, we're not taking those risks at that point. 9.1 overs gone, we're still going at about 3s, 29 without loss, and as long as that wicket column remains 0, I'm going to be a happy man, regardless of what the other score is. Again, we're just going to get an easy single. There's no risk at all at this point, and I know this probably isn't the most exciting and flamboyant innings you'll see in our career, but it really is one of the most important ones to prove that we can be a test opener for England. Most importantly for Yorkshire in the meantime, as we try to deal with another fast delivery. This one's outside leg stump again. We get plenty of vigour on that one. The timing's perfect and it'll run away to the boundary. Another 4 to our favourite part of the ground. The voice is starting to go, but we're flying along now, and as long as we keep getting served up those lovely deliveries, we'll continue to take advantage. It's certainly my favourite shot in the book, and you can see that from the way we play it. Final ball of the over then. Can we get another boundary? I shouldn't even be thinking like that really. It's miles outside leg stump, but we are going to get it away. I'm not quite sure what's happening to the right-hander's length. He doesn't seem to be able to bowl across the stumps, and as a result we keep getting given gifts, and we take advantage yet again. 2 boundaries in a row to ease the pressure. Hopefully that means Crompton can be a bit more defensive and won't lose his wicket in the over in between. 11 overs in and Crompton seen off another one for us, not adding many runs at all. It's a short ball and we tried to defend it, but luckily it was going above the stumps and it just hits us on the way through to the slips. Nowhere near the bat and no reason for us to be concerned. Is Vessel still yet to concede a run after 3.1 overs? Can we find a way to get him away? We're going to go to the leg side with that one. Didn't get his line perfect outside off stump and as a result we get our first run off him and thankfully Crompton will face the strike. Unfortunately he's not done as well against him in the past. Hopefully he won't lose his wicket this time. We're back in to face McLaughlin and we've still got a 0 in the wickets column. They've left us space down the ground which we could exploit if necessary, but for now we're not willing to take the risk. It's an outside leg stump ball anyway, so we will go to that side. It's going to be at least one and it's gone past the fielder, so we're going to get back comfortably for 2. We're moving along quite nicely now and the run rate's really starting to go up. 46 for none after 12.1 overs and we've added 25 of those with a strike rate of 73. Could we dare to dream about winning this match yet? I'm certainly not going to be thinking about that for a while. We still trail by over 400 in the last innings of the match, so I think we probably need to calm down a little. Until we get to 200 or 300 we won't start to worry about that. I think we've placed this one well on the leg side too. It's going to be 3 I think as we get back brilliantly. Crompton's running fantastically there. He's miles ahead of us to get to the non-striker's end and then he's back up to the wicket keeper's end in no time at all. A comfortable 3 and Crompton gets the strike back. We're on 28 now and it's Vessel's in again. Crompton obviously got a boundary off him because he's conceded 5 now. It's another short ball he tries to catch us with. We've obviously played at them a few times in the past, but this one's been given as a wide and thankfully we continue to build. I think it brings up the 50 partnership as well. I imagine that's why we've gone to shake hands. It does, it's 50 without loss and this is a fantastic start to the innings. Although we did have that in the first one as well. I know Crompton got out pretty early on, but it was a decent start and then it all fell away, so I don't want to get excited just yet. And as we say that, look what's happened. We've tried to get out the way of a short ball. Normally we'd defend it and it just hasn't bounced and it's taken off the bails and the ball's gone flying and we lose our wicket for the same again. 28 in the first innings and it's 28 in the second. This time off 36 balls and the wicket falls at 50 for 1. It's not ideal, we're the one to let our team down. It's another decent innings to keep up our average and consistency is going to be key this year, but I really wanted to do something special this time and look at the way we're collapsing after that. We've not been able to hold on for the day. Redcar win by 273 and look how bad the middle order is for Leeds. If we go along and have a look at that, it's absolutely terrible. Ourselves at the top getting 28, Crompton got out not long after for 17, then Doherty put on a 50 and a few decent scores after that, but the bottom 5 all out for 8 or less and we just can't afford to have that at this level. We're not going to get out of club cricket with Leeds while we continue to have teammates like this. I know we should take responsibility for the way we got out, which at least was a bit unique compared to other episodes, but this was an absolute disaster for me. I'm really not happy with the team we're at. We need to get to county level as quickly as possible, as we can't rely on these guys to win us anything, but let's go and have a look at our career pro to see if we've made any progress from that knock. Okay, we're back at our career game rewards. I'm not quite sure how this works yet. The ability points we get don't match up to the number of runs and things we've scored. They're given a sort of target average. So for runs scored we got ability points of 31, even though we obviously scored 56 runs. The one thing we didn't do in our bowling innings is unfortunately take a wicket. We got a bowl in the second innings and we weren't even as economical as we are normally. We conceded quite a few runs and as a result we didn't get much on that front. But we are focusing on the batting and we're almost levelled up to get an ability point and that will allow us to continue to improve, to try and improve our control with the bat. But let's go and progress to the career screen. We've got a 50 over game and then a T20 coming up as we start the season in all 3 formats. We've obviously shown 2 episodes from the 3-day game, so we will try and get past a few now and then we'll show you action from a shorter form match as we try to continue to build our consistency. At 19 years of age we've got to start to perform soon and at the start of the second season season, consistency's going to be key. Those sort of innings of the mid-20s or 30s are all absolutely fine, but we have to throw in the odd big one and not too many failures. Last year there were so many failures early on that the end of season form didn't really count for much, and we need to start getting those big scores of 100, something we've not managed to do yet. We're yet to hit a 6 as well, so plenty of milestones still to come, but hopefully they'll happen as the season progresses. If we go to our player screen, we're still rated 22 overall. Our batting and fielding is improving now, and our bowling's pretty decent anyway. We're economical even if we don't take too many wickets. We're all focused on the bat though, and that's going to be the main prerogative this season, making sure we improve and continue to become more consistent. Hopefully we'll finish the season with Yorkshire, but we're going to need more help from our teammates than we're getting at the moment. If we go and finish by having a quick look at the selection status, we should still be no chance for everything, and rightly so we are. One innings isn't going to change that, and one game with 2 pretty decent knocks is unlikely to do anything special. We need to be standing out at this level if we're to get a call up, so we've got to start making consistent 50s, particularly in the longer forms of the game. But if you did enjoy this episode and the finish of that match, please do put a thumbs up on the video. Let me know what I can do about the short ball. When I'm playing at them I'm getting out, and when I'm leaving them they're not bouncing some of the time. I've got to try and learn to have a defensive game against them, but we continue to lose concentration at poor times. That's the one thing that separates us from the big players, and it's something we've got to improve pretty quickly. But we will try and crack on with the season, find a little bit more consistency with the bat. Can we add a few to that scoring average to get it up above 30? That would help us moving forward, but we've got to do it in all 3 forms of the game. Of course, as always, let me know how you're getting on in your series. Are you making progress more quickly than me, or are you having similar struggles with the bat? Or if you're doing a seam bowling career, how are you getting on? I found it a little bit repetitive in the Ashes test playthrough, so I'm interested to know your thoughts on the seam bowling. Subscribe to the channel for 3 episodes a week from this Cricket 19 career, every Tuesday, Thursday and Saturday at midday. If you're enjoying the Cricket 19 content, we also had our Ashes test playthrough beforehand. Obviously as this episode comes out, the Ashes will have just started a day ago, so do go back and check that one out if you're interested. I really do appreciate the support with it, and I've been blown away by how it's been received. There's also daily FM19 content from my 2 long-term stories, a journeyman series where we move from club to club everywhere across the continent of Europe, and we also have our One Club series with Torquay United, where we try to take them from the bottom to the top of English football, a bit like we're doing on a personal level in this one. There's also a weekly series from Snooker 19, that's every Friday at 4:30. We're playing a career with one of the rising stars of world snooker, trying to take them to the top of the game and hopefully to become a world champion. But a massive thanks for watching and your continued support with the series as always. I really do appreciate it, and I hope to see you next time for another big game as we try to progress in this career.